Angela Moore from Boy Meets World. Where do I start? Angela first appeared in an episode entitled Boy Meets Real World as one of the gang's classmates. She would later go on to be Sean's love interest throughout the rest of the series. But that's what I have a problem with. She's not just Sean's love interest. She should have been an actual main character. And that's the purpose of this video. Angela was done dirty. And while, yes, I know that there are some behind-the-scenes reasons for people thinking that Trina McGee, the actress who played Angela Moore, was mistreated on set, I don't really want to talk too much about that. What I will say regarding that is, on an episode of Pod Meets World, a commentary podcast in which Ryder Strong, Daniel Fishel, and Will Friedle, people who play Sean, Eric, and Topanga, get on a podcast and kind of talk about the series with fans. Trina McGee did appear on one of those episodes to explain how she felt throughout the series recording, as well as the end of the series, which is what I kind of want to focus on. She goes on to say that somebody told her the main cast, Corey, Topanga, Sean, Eric, didn't want her to appear in the series finale. I have no idea what to believe. I don't think Miss McGee is a liar, and I don't think that the main cast would ever actually feel that way about her. Which means fingers point to maybe the writers, director, or somebody. I don't know. Somebody was messed up in this whole situation. Let's just leave it at that. She was poorly treated as an actress, but I want to focus on her being poorly treated as a character as well. Sean Hunter, Corey's best friend, originally thought he was falling in love with this girl. Corey and Sean found her purse and went through the contents inside. By taking a good look at the contents of the purse, flavored lip balm, a CD with a specific song, a book of poems, Sean ultimately ended up falling for the person whose items this belonged to. Long story short, the purse actually belonged to this woman right here, a friend of Angela's. This woman, Beth, actually loaned her purse to Angela because that's what girls do? I don't know. Which means the contents of that purse belonged to Angela. And Sean actually just got done breaking up with Angela the episode prior. Excuse me, that episode. I Love You, Donna Cruz. Shortly after realizing this, the two end up together in the episode Chasing Angela. And shortly after that, Angela became a main part of the cast. And rightfully so. Am I right? I mean, Topanga had some competition. I mean, look at this woman. Sean, you did good. But did the writers do good? I don't want to make this as long as my other video, but the point I'm trying to make is she was done dirty, man. In the finale, she wasn't even present. She left the episode prior called Angela's Ashes in a pathetic attempt to get her character off the show for whatever reason. I don't know if the actress had issues. Apparently not. I don't know if the writers had issues with Angela in the writing. I don't know, but I don't understand how you couldn't wait one more episode so she could be there with the rest of the cast for the finale. And then I started thinking about this with my girlfriend, and she didn't really have that many episodes to begin with. And then that started to piss me off. I understand that the show began with Corey and Sean and then Topanga, but she could have at least had a good episode or two and not at the end just to say they did. There are only a handful of episodes where Angela actually gets a decent role. One episode that comes to mind is Seven the Hard Way, or the fighting arc towards the end of the final season. And then, of course, every major episode that involved Sean and Angela breaking up or having issues, or where Sean was having issues, of course she appeared. But since the series is about Corey, he didn't really have any direct connection with her, and I'm pretty sad about that. I mean, come on, who could forget this episode? Angela plants a big, steamy, fat one on Corey in an effort to show him that, you know, a kiss doesn't really mean anything. It's the intention behind it. Underpants! Towards the end of the series, Angela's dad comes back. He ends up trying to recruit a couple of college kids to the military, and in the end helps Angela and Sean get back together. And little did we know, it would set the stage for one of the most horrible exits of a main character on any show that I've watched ever. For some reason, they decided to get rid of Angela the episode before the two-part finale. The excuse was Angela had to leave to be with her father because he's going to Europe, and this may be the only chance she ever gets to spend time with him ever again, which I think is so pathetic in terms of writing. Like, who came up with this crap? Like, bro, this girl is grown. Okay, she has a life. She's in college that you're probably helping her pay for, and now you're ripping her out. Like, what is going on? Like, I can think of a few ways that you could have kept her in the finale. Yes, she has to leave with her dad, but she could have been a part of the farewell and the goodbye at the end with everybody else. I can understand if they didn't want her a part of this final scene in the end. Final scene. Since she wasn't really a part of the original gang to begin with. From a writing perspective, I do understand that. These two were joining the Peace Corps. They didn't know Mr. Feeney that long either. They probably wouldn't have had a place at the end saying goodbye to Mr. Feeney either. But they still were written out in a halfway decent way. They could have totally done the same for Angela. I don't know. I think it's just a pretty crappy excuse. She had to go away with her dad. That's why she wasn't there. She could have waited, a day? Since everybody seemed to be leaving on the same day. I mean, look at this crap. She's not even a part of the final cast photo. That's messed. I know it's cut off, but it's not complete anyway. Let that be symbolic for Angela not being there. Jesus. I know this isn't one of my more constructive videos. This is more of a rant and rage. And I don't give a fuck. Look, I love Boy Meets World. Growing up, it was my childhood. But that's not going to stop me from criticizing it. All I'm saying is they could have done better with this character. She deserved better. She was part of the main cast for a couple years. She was Sean's girlfriend. And aside from one episode with Corey and her only being involved in Sean's problems, we didn't really get to know much about her. As my lovely girlfriend has pointed out, she could have easily been included in the finale. She had enough footage, enough moments with the characters to be part of that. I mean, again, I love Boy Meets World, but that's one thing I'm never going to forgive. Shame on you. Shame on you.